So I'm here at my newest listing on West Avenue, and I just wanted to take a minute to talk about what a special um, street West Avenue is. West Avenue it is the shortest street in the Fan. It might be one of the shortest streets in the whole city of Richmond. It's only about 3 blocks long. It is essentially a micro neighborhood within the greater Fan district, and right at the edge of the lower Fan. But West Avenue has always been heavily owner-occupied street, and it has a lot of really lovely houses that have had a lot of really lovely things done to them over the decades. Um, and because it is such a popular street and a rather sort of well-heeled street, people that own these houses tend to do the right thing with the houses and hire people to do interesting things to them. But the house that I'm actually in at 1529 West Avenue is in the western part of the south side of the 1500 block of West Avenue. And one of the things that's really special about that particular siting of the house is that the piece of land did not become part of residential development until after most of West Avenue had been. The parcel of land that this house is situated on was owned by the University of Richmond, and when they moved in 1914 to West Ham in the western part of Richmond, they sold this piece of land and it became developed as building lots. And because West Avenue had been so popular, even when the street was only like maybe 15 years old, 10, 15 years old, had become such a neighborhood with such solidarity. The houses that got built on this particular parcel of land were much more elaborate, much more custom than the other houses on the street, which were built as builder houses, and then it became a popular neighborhood. But because this land was developed later and the neighborhood had already become extremely popular, the last half of the block has houses. There might be 7 or 8 houses along here that are all architect designed houses. And because of that, they have some unique differences that make them really special houses, not only on West Avenue, but in the entire Fan District as a whole. They have very refined proportions. They have very refined style. They have refined details. They also have things like closets. Many people comment on Fan houses that they have very few closets, and they do have very few closets in general. But because this is an architect designed house, this house actually has a walk-in closet off the main bedroom. It also has a walk-in closet off of another bedroom on the 3rd floor. The trim is distinctly different from what would be average Fan detail. Is very refined and very well proportioned. And the house was custom built for a client who custom chose the way this house was put together. But from a style point, the architect Duncan Lee, who's known for many, many, many wonderful houses in Richmond, most of which are large, imposing houses, many on Monument Avenue and many in the near West End, designed beautiful buildings like the Tuckahoe on Carey Street Road. Not many architect designed townhouses, which is what this is. And the detail is so valuable and so unique that it would make a very, very good home in the Fan. And then you couple that with the neighborhood, with its very close-knit character, makes it one of just a really super special place to be in the Fan District. If you have any questions about West Avenue or the Lower Fan or the Fan District, please reach out to me. I'd be glad to answer your questions and kind of give you a background on some of those things.